calling you a radical. Back to this giant story. So you can Google Coal River Hatchery. The biggest steelhead hatchery in the world is on the Rogue River. In 2011, now steelhead salmon go to sea very short half-lives. You know, they're called half-pounders. They can go twice. You see the gill netting. We've been boots on the ground. Tim Martin actually watched them. You know how much work that was? They ain't getting shit. So this is historic as hell. You'll get this nowhere. I mean, you can call them. It's the biggest steelhead hatchery on Earth. There was 3 dams. They took 2 of the dams out. It's not the dams. They're dying at sea. 10. 10 in the hatchery. 10. You heard me right. 10. Spring football. So, 10. How many did they have in 2011? 11,000. 11, that's where I did my biology work right there. And the science building was right there. They tore it down. Why? To put a private company on state, I mean, it's so corrupt. There's a private freaking pre-college university set up there on a state university. You don't think that's fucking corrupt? You don't know shit. Well, it's fascism, the bleeding of fucking corporations into act. What? Oh, fuck, they've destroyed academia corporation. Warren Buffett bought fucking our school, but we're the #1 school business in the United States. The Wattis fucking curse. By the way, I was just talking, our new Congressman Blake, you know who his wife is. I mean, same old war profiteers. I mean, it's all connected. And it's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. This story. What's that? That's an incinerator at the football field. Well, it's better than the one at Oregon State. You know that little garage at the parking lot at Oregon State? You know what that is? Do you know it's a nuclear reactor? Go dead beavers. Go new scale from hell. So, fucking Oregon's asleep. I mean, there should be the best activists in the fucking world up there. Fuck. Talk about asleep. This is the biggest story in the world. So, the salmon collapse on the Columbia, well, fuck, the Army Corps Engineers is classified, and they're fucking just plain lying now. You got Tim fucking Salmon Martin. We are the link. So, it gets... How about this one? On the Sacramento River, which that's the great drainage to Shasta. That's a giant fucking drainage, giant. How many steelhead are in there right now? 40. You hear me right? You know how many was in 2011? 40,000. Oh, no, it's not the dams. They're dying at sea. Big fishy. Oh, it's just, scientists are mystified. They're baffled. They're puzzled. They're stumped. They're perplexed. Big fish eat little fish. You broke the chain. You promised you'd broke the chain. What's that? Oh, that's an incinerator. Sheep don't know. Fucking SMRs. Whoa, fucking new scale from hell. How come you're not going crazy about those fucking criminals there? What, Corvallis, Oregon State, Nuke U, go Beavers. Well, there's all kinds of hooks here from that. So, call them. They list their phone number. Coal River Hatchery, the biggest steelhead fucking hatchery on the face of the fucking earth. On Earth. On Earth. So, the fucking sheep, they believe. That's the Paramount logo. They believe. What's that? A hatchery. Oh, they believe. No, that ain't no hatchery. That's an incinerator. So, you don't think that's a big story? You don't think that's a big fucking story? You're one ignorant fucker. Tide pool at your feet collapse 2012. Where's all the starfish? That's an acute radical collapse. Salmon a fucking collapse. You don't think that's a collapse? You don't think that's... And the biologists will tell you. I mean, they've told Tim Martin. They've told me and I myself. They used to be in the now about, well, we're not arguing with you, Kevin. They're dying at sea. So I just mystified, baffled. Big fish eat. What the tiniest starfish? Well, they're not tiny. Starfish live to be 35 years old. Did you know that? Wipe out. Just think about my tide pool work alone. The marine biologist in the high desert of Utah. Fucking talk about historic. So, 10 from 11,000. No, nothing to see. That's called an outliner in science. So something, we know something radical happened in 2011. That's unarguable science, unarguable. Not mystified, baffled, puzzled, stumped, perplexed, bewildered, fucking alarmed. No, it's unarguable science. Something radical fucking happened in 2011. Meteor hit the Earth. By the way, I want to say this, spent fuel pools pushing into the ocean, that's one thing. That debate's been raging for years. These 3 cores that are burrowing into the fucking Pacific Ocean, they're none of that. This has never happened before. They sent in a robot that could withstand up to 20,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It melted. These are suns. This has never happened. Didn't happen in Santa Susana, didn't happen in Mayak, didn't happen in Chernobyl, didn't happen anywhere. This is Fukushima, the mother of all ecological catastrophes, and they fucking kettled Kevin Blanche. They fucking internet chokeholded him. How is this even fucking possible? How is it possible? Oh, it's possible. They fucking did it. The sheep, they believe. Oh, they believe. Look at this fucking derelict. What's that?
Is this for testing? Do you know?
No, the testing's over at the event center. Okay. So, you know where that's at?
It says parking lot D4.
Well, they might be doing some testing here. They could be. You might be right. They're giving the vax over at the... So they might be doing some testing here, but I don't think so. Pretty sure it's over the fucking event center. Oh, they're going to just start some testing here. So, get the hell out of here if people are coming to get tested. Stay tuned.